Anura Kumara Dissanayaka has been sworn in as the new president of Sri Lanka. This comes after an unprecedented runoff victory in presidential elections held on Saturday. Counting concluded on Sunday evening. In his inauguration address, Dissanayaka vowed to bring clean politics and revive his country's economy.
We have a deep understanding that we have got a challenging country. Our politics must be cleaner than this. There is a need for a political culture that people expect. We will commit ourselves to that. The public have a very negative view of politicians and politics.
Dissanayaka becomes the 9th person to hold Sri Lanka's powerful executive presidency, created in 1978 when a new constitution expanded the office's powers. Dissanayaka's coalition is led by the Janata Vimukti Peramuna, or People's Liberation Front, a Marxist party that waged 2 unsuccessful armed insurrections in the 1970s and 1980s. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was one of the first to congratulate Dissanayaka on his victory. Dissanayaka replied saying, and I quote, "Together we can work towards enhancing cooperation for the benefit of our people and the entire region." India's High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Santosh Jha, also met the president-elect and conveyed greetings from India's leadership. As Dissanayaka takes over as president, there are signals of more political flux to come. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena has resigned and the cabinet stands dissolved. Gunawardena's resignation may open the way for Dissanayaka to call for a fresh parliamentary election. Dissanayaka's JVP party has just 3 seats in parliament, and it remains to be seen what form the new government will take. Earlier, in his first address as president-elect of Sri Lanka, Dissanayaka had called for a restoration of the people's voice as a critical step towards advancing the country. He had also said parliamentary elections should be held in accordance with the will of the people to move their nation forward.
There was a need for a government with a mandate from the people if you want to rescue the country from the crisis. We know in the recent past the mandate was distorted. The distortion of the people's mandate affected the parliament and other institutions beyond that. The people's mandate that is needed to take this country forward is being established. That was the main point of the presidential election. And I think the general election should be held immediately after.
Dissanayaka takes office as the country seeks to recover from a severe economic crisis that led to shortages of essentials such as food, medicine, cooking gas and fuel in 2022. Though there have been signs of economic recovery, the cost of living crisis has hit a large section of Sri Lankans hard. His promise to renegotiate a relief package from the International Monetary Fund is believed to be one of the biggest factors that brought him favor from the public. And live from Sri Lanka, our correspondent Dasuni Athoda is now joining us from Colombo. Hi Dasuni, have Sri Lankans embraced their president-elect, and what did the president-elect promise to do in the first 100 days in office?
Well, following the declaration of Anura Kumara Dissanayaka as Sri Lanka's 9th executive president here, a lot of people have extended their support, not only the citizens at large, but also elected officials, various diplomatic factions have all shown their support and are quite hopeful that Anura Kumara Dissanayaka will deliver on his key election promises, which was to bring about a fresh change in political eras here in Sri Lanka, which is why, according to multiple sources, within this week, most likely tomorrow or even the day after, we will get the final word on who will be part of this fresh cabinet that will be appointed by President Anura Kumara Dissanayaka, as well as who will be the country's next Prime Minister. Earlier, we also received word that there are 3 individuals in contention for this title. So tomorrow or even the day after, we will know for sure as to who will be part of this caretaker cabinet as well as the role of Prime Minister.
There are so many critics who are saying that Dissanayaka has a promising face. Is that true to the Sri Lankans as well?
Yes, I think a lot of people do feel that this is a promising start and a fresh start in Sri Lanka's political era. However, some analysts, some cautious analysts are wondering whether all of these promises could be delivered in the same manner in which he campaigned for, which is something we are yet to see. And I think the people would be eagerly waiting to see how efficient he would be in making these changes and how it would impact the citizens at large as well as the country's economy.
All right, that is our correspondent Dasuni Athoda live in Colombo. Dasuni, thank you. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.